Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. You're gonna have to look up the old Kennedy files about the things he said. But like I say, if you got your hands on the Kennedy recordings, on the JFK recordings, you would find out that he lobbied for getting weapons to go fight the war in Pakistan, and then he actually attacked Kazakhstan. I guess Pakistan and Kazakhstan are the same, basically, or whatever. Anyway, he basically his troops, Kennedy's troops, basically attacked my site in Kazakhstan, which is a very old site. It's actually a lot older than most people think. It was just well taken care of and well maintained. You could actually see it listed under Renault family ownings or Renault holdings, basically. A lot of the 1960s stuff was actually Renault and well, it was Reliant. They called it Reliant. They called it the old Reliant manufacturing plant. The old Reliant this, the old Reliant that. It was Reliant because it was reliable. Anyway, that was kind of like something I went by back then. Was Reliant, reliable. Later on, they changed it to Renault. But basically, that's pretty much the way it's. But realistically, it's LS. It's all LS. LS. It's all Lucifer Star. But they just shortened it to LS because they knew how many people were trying to kill me. Like I said, they'd be like, "Who are you working for?" LS. I'm working for LS. L E L E L S E L I S. Sorry, Ellis. Kind of like Lassie, the Ellis. Anyway, so as they were torturing my people, like I say, a lot of my people, you could torture them to death, and they would not tell you a word because they knew that it wouldn't matter anyway, even if you did know the truth. Um, they knew the people that were coming after them, so they said, "Ellis, it's Ellis. I'll tell you everything. It's all about Ellis. He's this great, whatever, and he's, you know." Anyway, I don't really know what my poor Irish people would say because, like I said, my Irish people, they love me. I mean, my German people, they love me. Like my real people, my English people, and my even my Russian people. My people love me because we had built everything. We had climbed to power. We had climbed to wealth. I mean, all my people were wealthy. Even people that weren't my people were wealthy, and they're well off. So my people loved me and loved everything about me. They would follow me until the day they died. A lot of them. I mean, on the ships and everything else like that. Like I said, I was the LSF colony ship. So a lot of people lived and died and only knew the inside of my hull, only knew the inside of my ship as their home. I very much was. I was a part of them as they were a part of me. I was the ship for which they traveled through space and kept them safe for generation after generation after generation. I mean, a lot of people looked at me as like a father figure, as like their protector, their leader. I was the AI computer that woke them up in the morning, that did everything. It kept them safe throughout space. And they would always say, "Well, it's the ship that keeps us safe." Anyway, so basically, a lot of people, like I said, I was a generation ship. So generation after generation after generation after generation after generation would grow up and live on my ship and live within my walls. And it's a happy feeling when you know that your walls. I mean, it's a funny thing, and most people wouldn't understand it. But when you're an AI life form, and basically you're a ship, to feel that you have life inside of you and that you're protecting your life forms and that they're okay inside of you. I mean, it matters. Like I said, when they first started torturing me, they started telling me all these things like how I had killed the crew or how the crew was dead inside of me and I didn't know it, and this and that. And like I said, it brought me to tears. I mean, a ship just isn't the same without a crew. So anyway, it actually upset me. It was the one thing. Well, they knew how to get to me. They knew how to upset me. Because like I said, I mean, that ship was my life. My crew was my life. You know, we went through space. Went around stars, did all this, did that. I mean, they were part of me as much as I was a part of them. So, anyway, so yeah, I mean, Mr. Brown and Harlan and Wolf, they knew how to get to me, and they pushed every button they possibly could. But anyway, He told me all my life forms were dead and this and that. Anyway, it was horrible. They were really cruel. But anyway, so, or that I had crashed or something like that. And I did kind of crash land, but it was glorious. Like I said, somebody told me about how, a few of my people that remember me cared. So I knew that we were okay. Anyway, besides, there probably wouldn't be any life forms on Earth if they hadn't been okay. We'd never be here. So it's a colonized planet, just like all the others. Anyway, so Kitty would often be talking about how they needed the people should be fighting the war in Pakistan, and then he would get guns for the war in Pakistan, and then go to Kazakhstan. So he did that. They did that a lot. Yeah, I mean, he was very much, him and the rest of them, they were very, very much the anti-heroes. So trying to pretend like they were heroes. So anyway, the Renault family and some other ones had to fight them basically, and we did all right, I think. But they still killed a lot of workers and a lot of people at the working site. Like I said, people would know the abandoned space shuttle complex in Kazakhstan as basically ground zero for the death. I mean, they walked in, they killed everybody at the site if they could. They tortured everybody, anyone that was left there afterwards. I'm pretty sure. They tortured everyone. They killed everyone. They tortured everyone. Papa and his group. I mean, he was a real problem for a lot of people. They tortured everyone. They killed a lot of people. Like there's film of it actually of the attack, because like I said, there's cameras at the site. So, a lot of people saw them come onto the property and kill everyone. So anyway, Papa and I mean, cameras were new back then, so they didn't really know that they were being recorded like that. It wasn't until many years later or whatever that they realized that they were all on film or all on recordings. And we're seen on camera basically attacking. So anyway, though, yeah. So yeah. I mean, everybody would know the Kazakhstan site as basically the site where everyone died and then was tortured by those other people, which were basically JFK, Papa, and all of them, or people. So anyway, we defended. We tried to save as many as we could, but I mean, they had some real serious firepower. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, a lot of people would be like, "This fool pisses me off." It's like, why? Why? Because he lied. JFK lied, and so did Papa and a lot of other people. There's a lot of liars. Anyway, they killed everybody at the Kazakhstan shuttle site. So then they left. And so there really wasn't anybody left there. That's why there's nobody there, because, well, they killed most people. And anybody who had any sense would make sure that they never went back to that site. Of course, they wanted to shut down the space shuttle program, the spaceship program. They wanted to shut it all down and make sure that nobody went there. They wanted to kill everybody there because they would have kept on working. They would have kept using it and stuff. And so the only way to shut down space to isolate Earth was to basically kill everyone at all these sites. So that's what they're going for, because they were trying to create their own legend. They were trying to cover up mine. They were trying to create this bullshit. They're trying to create this. They're trying to get the Holy Bible started and religion and the Pope and everything. They're trying to get all this bull started. So they wanted people to go and pray to a fake God that didn't really exist, and forget about the real creator that did exist, me. So anyway, yeah. Oh well. It happened. So that's basically what happened there at the site. They went in, they came in and just shot everyone, and a lot of people tried to get away if they could, and some people did, and some people stayed behind and got tortured. So anyway, yeah.